Greetings, you beautiful ones. Greetings. Second day of 2026, and we are allowing ourselves to flow, to be in a ebb and flow essence. Yes, beautiful ones. So thank you for attending this live video. We are learning so much about ourselves, dear ones. We are talking, we are feeling, we are seeing, and we are finally knowing, putting it all together of who and what all of us are. Sometimes it does seem when we allow ourselves to fluctuate in our thinking that at times things can seem silly, but if you feel that way, then as I like to say, it is always a good thing to check in with yourself. Yeah, because during this new beginning, we are learning to know who we are in every moment. Yes, this is what we're doing. We are learning about ourselves. Yes, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is, dear ones. When we learn more and more about who and what we are, then your life will be like an amusement park. It will. It would be play. It will be creating because things are in synchronicity. Things are balanced. Things are in order. Okay? And I'm being told this is a continuation because it is needed to be said. These things are needed. This is a part of the growing. This is a part of seeing and feeling and continually to learn about ourselves. Yeah, we have to learn ourselves. This is what is happening. So, dear ones, we are continuing. There's enough for everybody. There's abundance everywhere around us. Make no mistake. Do not believe what others may have been saying or others that may be saying. And if you listen to those people by making you think and others think that there's not enough of money, of resources to go around, then I'll let you figure it out for yourself where that energy can take you mentally. You can spiral into fear, into panic, into anger. You see what I'm saying? That is because whoever is spewing that information, that energy out into the world, they do not know themselves. They are unconscious of what they're saying. And yes, dear ones, all of us at times are unconscious of what we're saying. Yeah. So just know, and I have said this in the other video, in many videos, that there is enough for everybody. We create it. We are the vibration that creates wealth. We are the vibration that creates joy, abundance, love. What else? Take notes on this. Whatever you're vibrating out right now, you are creating it. Whatever is in your life right now, it is because you have created it. This is how our world works. It works under those principles of Maa't. Yes, Maa't is always in the equation. Always. Now, most of us, including myself, may not call it Maa't, may not know who Maa't is, but in this video, Maa't is making her essence present. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words this morning. Yes, Maa't is making her presence known because Maa't is always, as I said, in the equation. This is how we manifest. This is how we move. This is how we do things. We have to have order. We have to have harmony. We have to have justice. The scales have to be balanced. Okay? So just as I said in a previous video, to take notes, this is how everything works. So there's enough for everybody. Yes, there's enough for everybody. Because I am being told to tell you as well, we create it. We create it all. So just think about it. If you create whatever you're creating, then the universe is going to match that and bring you what you created. It's going to match you. You see what I'm saying? So when you do that, how can there ever be lack if you are creating this? How? This is where, again, most of us don't know who we are, because if we fall into lack, that right there goes against the natural laws, the natural principles in which we are existing. It is our presence, okay, your essence, your energy, your vibration that makes it so. So reciprocity, when you give, put out energy, it is going to come back to you naturally. So you understand how there's always enough. There's always enough, dear ones. And what's so beautiful about what I'm saying is that most times we do not know how we are going to receive certain things in our lives. Yeah, that is what makes it so fun and exciting, because there are unlimited ways that the universe, God, the creator of all life, blesses us, gives us the gifts that we desire. Yes. So if you can understand that, then life is fun. Life is like a amusement park or whatever you like. That's just the first thing that came to my mind. Life is fun because you're putting that out into the world. Yeah, there's always enough, dear ones. There's always order taking place. Order is the undercurrent that is always in place. It is when us, our human selves, when we doubt, when we have fear, it doesn't matter what form of fear, that is what disconnects that, what's the word I want to say, synchronicity. And it's not disconnected, but on a human level, if you believe and if you put out that vibration, because remember, you are that vibration. That vibration is what you are. So, dear ones, we always have the opportunity to change our vibration. Yes, because the natural order of life itself, as I just said, is order. So we have to align to order so we can bring back harmony in our lives. Yes, yes. This is why it requires us to slow down. Because when we do slow down, we get to understand. As a matter of fact, we get to see, some of us, we actually get to see it in action. Some of the things that we are manifesting. And I'm speaking of everything in life, like every action that you take. Let's do an example, okay? Because I think it's a good thing to do an example. It will just solidify, it will help you to understand on a simple level how this manifestation thing is taking place all the time. We are manifesting all the time. So let's just say, this is one example, that for breakfast, I want to cook myself 2 eggs, some turkey, sausage, and some hash browns or home fries. So, how does this become reality? Well, first, we think it's a thought first, right? So, that thought is formulating in your mind. So, when that thought is formulating in your mind, it's ready. It's ready for you to take action on it. So, because I thought of it, it's already formulated in my mind. So, what do? I have to take action, as I just said. So, I have to go in the kitchen. I have to open the refrigerator. I have to get the eggs out. I got to go in the freezer, get the sausage. What else? Depending on how you make your hash brown, if you're making fresh hash brown, you get a potato. But these are actions that I'm taking. So when I take these actions, I start cooking and it's done. The 2 eggs are made, the sausage is made, and my hash browns are made. So you see how that happened, and that was a simple manifestation. But this is how we manifest. So take that as an example. It all starts with a thought, right? And that thought, depending on what it is, it could be anything. But we have to go in that order. You have to have that thought. And then that thought is formulating in the mind. Like you have to get a picture of it. You see it. And then after it's formulated in your mind, we have to take action. Mm-hmm. So when we take action, then that is when it comes into manifestation. See, we never thought of it that way. We never thought of these steps that we take every day. But those steps that we take every day is how we create every day. It is how we navigate on our life journey. So I know that was a simple example, but we need to start simple. So then for things that are a little more complex or maybe further away, you still use the same concept. And if it's in alignment, it's going to take place. All right? So just know that there's enough for everybody. There has always been enough for everybody because we are the co-creators. We are creating everything every day, every hour, every second, because we are creators. This is what we are. We are creators. So as I said again, look at your life right now. What is in your life? Everything that you see in your life is what you have created. Look at the world that we live in. This is the world that we created. You see what I'm saying? So I know most of us don't look at things in this way, but in 2026, we are learning about ourselves. Remember, I said that we are learning more and more about ourselves. And this requires us to know our thoughts, to know our actions. Yes, to know that we are the co-creators of our reality. And when I say co-creator, because you are co-creating with that higher aspect of you that knows more than you know. and knows what's going to happen before you do. This is how it works because we are the mirror of that higher aspect that is going to bring you what you are. Yes, it's going to bring you what you are. So, this is something that humanity does need to take notes on so you can get that in your mind. The universe, God, the creator, Mother Earth is going to bring you what you are. So we are the principle or the law of vibration. Yes, we are it. We are vibrating a frequency that the universe will match. And this takes place all day long. Yes, it does. So just remember that. I think that's very exciting. It's very interesting. We are. So when you know these things, it makes life fun. It helps you to understand and to understand the whole process of your life. So remember, beautiful ones, there is more than enough to go around. There's never any lack. No, there's not. And because we are in this new cycle, you get to today, right now, okay? And then the next second, right now again, right now again. You see what I'm saying? We always have the opportunity to change, to create, and to continue creating. Yes, we always have the opportunity. Yes, we do. So just remember that this whole life journey serves us. Everything serves us. Okay? So write that down. Be aware of your thoughts. If you have any thoughts that do not align with this new beginning of who you are, then you know what to do. You change your thoughts. Just as simple as that. You change your thoughts. And if you hang around people who do not resonate in a way that's going to uplift, that's going to help you to manifest, you know what to do as well with those people. Yeah, you do. For one, though, you learn from it. You don't get all upset and bent out of shape. You learn. You learn. And you keep it moving. Yeah, you learn. But I just want to share this too. Whatever you're vibrating and whatever they're vibrating, if it's not a match, I'm letting you know that you and that person are no longer going to be in a relationship. It just is not possible because you have to be on the same vibration. So take note on that too. So you will begin to see people fall away from your life unless they're on the same vibration. Yes. and let's stay on the same vibration as you are. Everything is energy. Remember that. Everything is vibration. Everything is rhythm. Everything. So get accustomed to knowing that you are a vibration. Yes, get accustomed to knowing that you are energy. Yes, get accustomed to your new version of who you are. Get accustomed to this new language because it just elevates you even more because you're learning. Yes, you're learning. We're always learning. If we're not learning, then you need to pause and question that. Yes, you need to pause and question that. Because our whole essence is about evolution, expansion, growth, transformation, alchemy, synchronicity, alignment. These are the words that you should be recognizing in yourself, because these are the words that elevate us all, because we are one, entangled in this technological world of information, right? All types of information. And this information is what we are. We are opening up new pathways to learn. And this is exciting. Whoops. Yes, this is exciting. So when we can adjust, adapt, align to this new version, as I just said, it's very exciting. It is very exciting. Now, if you don't feel any excitement, then, as I always say, pause and question yourself. Write it down. Write down why you do not feel any excitement. Yeah, maybe there's something you need to tweak. Yeah, and that's okay. Because what did I say? We're learning ourselves. That's what we're doing. We're learning ourselves this year. And the more that you learn about yourself, you're able to take these steps. You're able to take action on the things that you love. Yeah, write that word down as well. Love. No more half stepping. We want to do the things we love. You want to go on a trip somewhere that you thought you could not go? Start planning it now. Write it down. Because guess what? It's a thought. So that thought you want to start to implement, you want it to formulate in your mind, actually see it, and then you can begin to start taking action. And then you do the next thing. Then you do the next thing. And you just keep it moving. And then when you get all that down, You're going to see how easy it is to manifest consciously, not unconsciously. And then life is like a playground because you're playing the game of life. There's enough for everybody. Remember that. Because we create it every day. We create the abundance, the relationships, every single thing we create. All right, beautiful ones. Sonia, the host of the Treasures You podcast, wishing you love, wishing you health, wishing you wealth, knowing that this new beginning, this new path, is helping you to expand in ways that you have never thought could exist. All right, beautiful ones, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.